So, good early evening, everyone. I would like to welcome you to today's career session about the impact of artificial intelligence on the workforce. So I'm going to share my screen right now. Just a little second. So I hope you can see it right now and you can hear me quite well. If so, could you please try to write either in the chat or to give me a little comment? Does that work? I think everybody can write in the chat. Okay. You also write in the chat. I will give you talking permit after my career session is over, and then we are going to have a little Q&A session at the end. So let us start with today's session. So my name is Katharina Fürst. I am the Deputy CEO of the Construct Academy, and I am with the Academy since nearly 3 years now. My first objective when I started 3 years ago was to open the Munich office. And since then, I contribute to the growth of our ecosystem. Some facts about me. I was born and raised in Germany. I studied at the university economics, and I was 2 years abroad, 2 years in Washington, D.C., also 3 years altogether, and 1 year in Barcelona. Before I worked at the Constructor Academy, I worked for several startups, always helping to build them up. One of my passions is lifelong learning. And this lifelong learning passion comes out of a typical female characteristic, which is curiosity. I think curiosity, as well as tolerance and openness, are the fundamentals for lifelong learning, as well for the pace, for adapting the pace that is ongoing in our world today. As we see it every day, as AI is developing, something new is growing, and to have an impact on the future and also to accept the future, I think it's very, very open to be, or very, very important to be open. So what are we going to expect, A, in the next minutes, and then B, in the future? So A, I would like to give you a brief introduction about who we are. Then I would like to show you how we think what the future of AI might look like. Then we go through the advantages and disadvantages of AI. Then I will show you some impact of AI in today's world. And then how we as Academy can help you to prepare. So first, some words about who we are. We as Constructor Academy. We are an academy, as you can see, and we offer Swiss quality immersive technology programs and topic-specific short courses for whom? For A, professionals who are looking to boost their technical skills, or for career changers who want to join the IT sector, or also for companies that are seeking to upskill or train their workforce. Where are we located? Well, in Zurich. Here we were founded in 2016, then in Munich. Here we are since 3 years now, in Bremen, and we are also online, which means all our courses can be visited online too. So, but now let's step into the future. So the world is changing faster than ever. This is since the release of AI in November 23 a fact. And there are several scenarios how the world could look like in 2030. So here you see 3 different scenarios. A, on the very left side, the robots and AI is ruling mankind. We are just the servants and AI tells us what to do. So this is not really my favorite outlook. And I really hope this will not happen. And then we have case number 2 in the middle, where you see us having leisure time, enjoying life, doing plus minus nothing, chilling, and AI is working for us. So I think this is also not a very cool scenario, because we saw that if mankind gets bored, which is without work, or that then war will start. So conflicts will start, and so I think this is also not the very best scenario, which brings me to the third one, which shows that we work together. AI is taking automative or work that can be automated, supports us, but we are still in the lead of everything. So how could job ads look like in 2030? If we go with this scenario, it could be AI workflow designer, human AI coordinator, AI systems architect, autonomous systems developer, or quantum machine learning scientist, AI digital transformation specialist, AI cloud specialist, or cybersecurity AI coordinator. Well, we do not really know how the jobs will be called in 2030. But what we really know are some facts that came out of some surveys and what is expected to be. I'm going to show you now some slides from the World Economic Forum, what they thought will happen until 2035, right? So the fastest, where do they see the top fastest growing jobs? This is in big data specialists, right? That results out of the big amount of data that is generated at the moment. Then we see the fintech engineers, which also makes a lot of sense, as well as AI and machine learning specialists, right? AI needs to be trained, therefore we need the machine learning specialists. Software and application developers makes also a lot of sense. We need a lot of software and applications wherever we look at it. It's not only the internet, it's also all the IoT applications, for example. Then we have security management specialists, right? Cybersecurity is growing and growing as more as cyber attacks are growing. Then data warehouse specialists, autonomous electrical vehicle specialists, UX, UI designers, then light truck or delivery service drivers, which is also very interesting, right? That they will stay in demand. IoT specialists, as I said already, IoT is coming everywhere and going and will grow even more and more. Then we have the data analysts and scientists also analyzing bigger amounts of data. Environmental engineers, as environmental issues will grow more and more. Information security analysts, DevOps engineer, as well as renewable engineer and energy engineers. You see the growth is immense in these kind of jobs. And also some core skills in 2020 or until 2030 will grow. So here are some soft skills as well as hard skills that are meant to grow until 2035. We need it more and more. Like A is analytical thinking, which makes a lot of sense because, right, AI can't think. So we always need to be trained, or we always need to critical review what we see or what AI gives us. Then we have resilience, flexibility, and agility, leadership and social influence, which also will be very, very important, as well as creative thinking. Here, how to write prompts, how to be creative in writing prompts. Then motivation and self-awareness is also very, very important. And motivation and self-awareness because of home office, for example. So you always need to self-motivate, be self-motivated and be aware what you are doing. And then we have technological literacy, which means you should always go on the path with technology, empathy and active listening, right? Curiosity and lifelong learning, talent management, right, is also very, very important. And you see on number 10, AI and big data, how to treat them, how to behave with them, as well as system thinking, number 12, right? And here you see teaching and mentoring, for example, will also be a very important skill. So you see a lot of skills that will be very important in the next and nearer future. And AI will grow, right? The role of AI will grow more and more. What do we need? As I said already, AI and machine learning specialists. They are two of the top 3 fastest growing jobs in 2020 from 2025 to 2035. Because AI is everywhere. And companies use it in everything. So it is used in every industry, right? They're using AI to improve products, to make decisions, to automate tasks. There are also companies that grow because of AI, like, for example, Netflix, right? It is growing because it makes recommendations, it optimizes via AI the surface, the UX, UI, it does special sales thanks to AI. So Netflix is completely automated and thanks to AI. Right? The machine learning specialists, for example, turn models into reality. So they have to build and deploy the machine learning models. And this is foundation of AI, right? Then we have AI and big data. AI needs big data. As more data, as better AI can be trained, as better it will work, right? And as better AI or the big data are analyzed, cleaned, first cleaned, collected, cleaned, analyzed, and then treated, as better is the information that comes out. As you might have read also, cyber attacks increased since 2024 by over 80%. So especially the bot attacks, also called DDoS, are increasing, as well as phishing emails, for example. And so the cybersecurity will get more and more important for companies. So then we have some in-demand skills of 2030. What is necessary? So AI and technological literacy, right? You should be comfortable with emerging technologies, tool libraries, integration, workflows. This all will be very important, no matter in which job you are, as well as critical and analytical thinking, to really critical ask if what the AI gives you is really the reality, and if this might make sense, or if AI is maybe hallucinating or biasing or whatever. So this is very, very important to be critical and analytical, as well as creativity, as I already said. So the ability to see patterns, create innovative solutions, as well as, for example, being creative in prompting, right? As better the prompt is, as better is the result. So how does AI look today? Okay, you can't see it. So it would have shown you a lot of a lot of tools that are used. So like, for example, Google Gemini, 11 Labs, Manus AI. And these are only some AI tools, right, that are in the market right now. I think the market is growing and growing every day. So AI tools are built for every vision, right? When you look through LinkedIn, you see 100,000 of, in my opinion, also in my LinkedIn profile at least, so many different AI tools. Yeah, every single AI tool promises the best result and promises to help you wherever you need it, right? But at the end, it's important to know which to use, why, and how to use it. All right. So there are very many use cases, for example, AI in workplaces today. You can use it in retail, in finance and energy, and these are only some examples. So AI is going into every single subject and every single department of a company, right? At the moment, there are only small developments, and at the moment, there is still no ROE, so the outcome is quite small. But in the next years, this will change because the AI get more advanced, AI gets more implemented, and AI will take over more and more the automated tasks. And additionally, it will get more, so to say, adolescents, adult, right? That means we will know more use cases. Companies will implement, for example, in HR. At the moment, many companies still doubt if they should put it to go through CVs, because they are afraid of biasing. But other companies, they found it very helpful to have AI in the application process. Why? Because it does not bias as much as we human do, right? If you like, it doesn't look at the picture, for example, right? What mankind do usually. It doesn't look on the name, what mankind do usually. So it goes through your qualifications, how was your life going on, how is your CV looking, and then it judges. So if this is done in a right way, right, without biasing, then it might be more reluctant and more objective than it is done now. So here I have some examples now where AI is used additionally to the HR, what I just said. So for example, in vibration testing. This is an example from our students in the last 4 weeks of our boot camps. We are always working together with companies, and this was a company project given to us by BMW. And the goal was to improve the electrical machine quality control using AI-driven vibration testing, which means we got a lot of data about the vibration sounds of electrical machines. And our students created a automated test classification that detects anomalies and performs root cause analysis. It used the CNN, which is a type of AI model, to analyze the vibration from these machines, right? And this was or is faster and more accurate for quality and assurance, and reduced the human error. And this kind of machine learning type was implemented from BMW to the daily business. Then this is also a project we did, is litter detection, for example, right? Here was the goal to predict and manage litter in urban areas without camera coverage, right? So-called dark zones. Yeah, and we developed a machine learning model that used existing camera data, weather and urban features to forecast litter presence. And also this machine got little video cameras, and then the machine could find out which kind of litter it is. Is it a cigarette, also end of a cigarette? Is it glass or is it a paper? And could already put it in the right bin. Then there are, for example, these are all examples, right? AI algorithms that calculate the monetary value of a physical ticket based on the rarity and the market of offers online, like eBay or Amazon. This is an app or an app and a business case that also our students developed. And so this is also an AI-driven feature. One more example is, for example, AI-driven categorization, right? Recognizing patterns in transaction descriptions or vendor names. In this case, it's about expense distribution. How much did I spend for example, for food, for dining, or for groceries? And this all can include customization or, users can override or create their own categories. So these are, this app is called Pocket Mind. And these are examples what AI can do. I mean, there are so many. And you see that AI is going into nearly every single part of our lives, right? Is it at home? Is it in the company? Is it in the workflow? So what could be the advantages of AI in the workplace? So yeah, sure, it's for reducing the manual labor, for minimizing human errors, right? Due to high accuracy, or reduce the mistakes, the consistency, so 24/7. It accelerates innovations, right? It gives you an unbelievable speed in prototype testing, for example, or prototype development. And it speeds up completely R&D. And it is enhanced in decision making, so in analyzing very large amounts of data and seeing and highlighting patterns. And there are so many other advantages in AI. Right? The disadvantages that happen at the moment is the possible job displacement, right? That automation can replace certain roles, but on the other hand, it is creating new roles. It results or may result in workforce reduction and the need of retraining. Yeah, which means but I mean, the need of retraining must not be a disadvantage. It can also be an advantage that people stay in the lifelong learning circle and go on with lifelong learning and don't have to stay their whole life in the same job, right? But also can experience more and more other jobs. And then there's also the loss of expertise, because AI is taking over many tasks. Like we see, if you already can look today, so when you look at old cars and new cars, so the older ones got repaired by hand, by man, and now you need machines to repair them, right? And a lot of knowledge is disappearing because of that. Then we have costs, accuracy, and plagiarism risks. Here we have high implementation costs and low outcome at the beginning. This is right now the case, that the implementation costs are very high and the outcome is not monetary wise or value wise not so high, right? Then AI depends on training data. As better the data are, as better it can be trained. Are the data not so good, AI won't work well, right? And then it generates inaccuracy or also biasing, right? Then the lack of human judgment. So AI lacks emotional intelligence, as we know, ethical reasoning, and contextual understanding. This is a huge disadvantage that AI has at the moment, right? Then the dependency on technology, right, will grow and grow and grow. And the flexibility of AI might be smaller than it would be from human beings, because it needs to be retrained to do it different, right? And then we have the data privacy and security risks, as AI systems often require large data sets or may lead to data misuse biasing, and vulnerability to cyber attacks. As we already said, the cyber attacks are growing, but therefore we also will get new jobs in cybersecurity. So how can you stay relevant in this market? There are certain skills that you should acquire now or in the near future. So A is if you want to go to the technical side of work, right? So A are technical skills like programming languages. There are very many, like Python is one of the most famous at the moment or most used. Then we have Java, C++, and JavaScript. Then you should or go into frameworks and certain tools like Django, React, Kubernetes, and TensorFlow, as well as in data skills like SQL, Tableau, and Power BI. Then there are soft skills that are needed, like problem solving, collaboration, adaptability, and continuous learning. Right? These soft skills will stay even with AI. Right? Analytical thinking, as we said already, problem solving and working together, right? Being adaptive means being able to adapt with AI, right? And to just go with it, right? Being open. And then we have education and certifications. So as higher you are qualified, the better it will be in the future, like a bachelor or master degree in computer science, IT, or related fields are very good to have in the near future, as well as certifications like, for example, AWS or Google Cloud, CompTIA, or also doing a specific data bootcamp where you receive some additional skills. So this brings me already to the end of my report, and I would like to show you how we can help you to achieve these goals. So one is the full stack web development and AI intensive program, which you can visit with us. It's, if you do it full-time, 12 weeks long, or in part-time, 22 weeks long. It is fully remote or hybrid, depending on what you would like to do or how you would like to do it. You are learning several technologies like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, SQL, GitLab, React and Docker, and Python for the backend, as well as Django. And you also will have a part of AI in the program, how to use AI. This full stack development program can also be visited in two parts. So you can take the front end program, right? Here you learn first to build the front end in HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React, and Git. It's 4 weeks long. Or you can also take the backend and DevOps part, which is learn to develop scalable, secure, and high-performance APIs from scratch. Right? This is also it's also 4 weeks long, fully remote or hybrid. So these two are 8 weeks long. So why does the full stack take 8 weeks? Because at the end, we are having a project. The capstone project, together with companies, we work on several challenges that are given to us by a company or an idea about a web app that maybe one of you is bringing. And then there also result these, what I already showed, these two applications like the Pocket Minder or you remember this application with the tickets? This also came out of our students. So these are two projects that were developed after these two programs or after the full stack program. And then we have the data science and AI intensive program. Here you learn the techniques and technologies for processing real-world data and extract insights, which means you learn how to work with big data. This is also 12 weeks long. It's fully remote or hybrid, or 22 weeks if you would like to do it part-time. The technologies you are learning here is beside of a lot of statistics and Python, visualization for how to visualize the data. You also learn machine learning, how it is supervised or unsupervised, what to use. You learn NLP, deep learning, and SQL. And here also at the end, we have a huge capstone project. It's also 4 weeks long, as for example, the BMW vibration test or the litter detection I showed you. Then we have some small courses. One is generative AI. This is 6 weeks long. And here you learn how generative AI models are built and how to integrate them into other applications. Yeah, you learn how to write prompts or prompt patterns and to react the full potential of ChatGPT. This is not only about ChatGPT. It also helps you to build a bot, for example, to build a rug. It also shows you some applications that are at the moment in demand, like, for example, creating pictures. And this is not only Midjourney and ChatGPT. You also learn additional programs. You learn how to create a sound, a movie, and also how to use AI for developing a business or a business plan. So this is really an all-rounder course, which covers a lot of topics, which you will find them on our website. Then we have Python. Python is the substance of coding, the substance of AI, the fundamental of everything at the moment. So learn how, in this course, you can learn how to code with Python. It's a 6 weeks online course for beginners, and it will start at really at the introduction, at the fundamentals, and then you will go up to data analytics and web development to become a really specialist in Python coding, as far as you can go in 6 weeks, right? But if you train besides and if you learn besides, you're really good at the end. And then we have a new course, which will be which will start in September, as far as I know. So this is digital and agile product development. And this program provides an overview of product management and will cover key concepts, for example, customer research, product strategy, innovation, and agile methodologies, all enriched with AI. And you will gain skills to manage product life cycles, from validation to launch. It's also a 6 weeks course, and you will learn some technologies like, for example, Canvas or the here agile methods, right? What is a sprint and. Upcoming dates are for Python, it starts already June 17th. Data science program will start today in a month, more or less, so June 30th. Then the front-end development course, June 30th, because it starts right at the same time as the full stack course. Then the back-end course, which is missing here, will start 4 weeks later. Then we have the Mastering Generative AI part, July 15th. And the next data science and full stack program, which will be hybrid, will start on August the 4th, because the next one in June is only remote. So that means you can join from everywhere. So why should you go into tech, and is it for you? If you ask yourself this question, then you should think about these facts. As a tech is really for hardworking people who are willing to build a solid foundation first. That means at the beginning, you really need to learn a lot, and building upon that, you will gain experience. That means it also needs a certain part of curiosity, because you always need to stay on top of the programs, and the only constant thing in technology is the change. Right? Nothing changes as fast at the moment as technology. Then that means you need to like learning, so lifelong learning. And innovation will be a part of your whole life and your daily tasks, right? You need to be flexible. And the work-life balance might be possible thanks to hybrid working models, but we also see that the companies are asking their staff to come back to the office more and more. So hybrid will not be the future, maybe 3 days in the office, 2 outside, but the real hybrid working, we see the trend to go back to the office. And if you are good, the salaries are very, very well. So look, they are very lucrative, but you need to be good. You need to adapt. And at the beginning, you really need to invest a lot of time and a lot of effort to become so good. And what's also a very big advantage of taking a career in tech is that you're open to diverse career paths. That means you can change your career from one to the other sector. You can go through several industries. You're not bound to one job from beginning to the end. But if you're willing to learn and if you're able to learn, then you can really test out many different fields and grow in this sector you like at the moment the most, right? Because you can also change then afterwards. But you start with that, what you like the most, and then you go on and go on. Can you do it? So I think yes. So also our boot camps. So tech is challenging, but very, very rewarding. Age is not a barrier. You can learn it nearly in every age. Maybe not the deep coding, but you can understand the logic, you can understand how it works, and you can get good in the strategy. And it is a fact that nearly any student with a high motivation can learn to code. If you would like to apply for our courses, then we have the site. You can hear down here, you see the barcode, how to open the website, and I can show you. Just give me a second. Oh. Now you should see my website. Can you see it? Yes. So here you see the website. It's on our Constructor Academy site. So we have certain application steps. So A is the application form, which you see here on the right-hand side. So you can fill it out. You see all the different bootcamps that are coming up, full-time, part-time, next dates, the location to join. Then you put in your name, your street, your address, and everything. Then you can put in your LinkedIn profile, which is necessary for us to see if you're fitting good in the course, because for the data science course, for example, we want you to have a master or PhD. This is because we are going very deep into statistics. We are going very deep into many logical things. And at the end, we found out that most companies hire data scientists that have a PhD or a master, and people without PhD or master are not really getting hired. So if you want to do it for yourself, fine. But if you are looking for a job afterwards, we highly recommend to have a master or PhD in data science, whether in full stack. You can take it only with your interest in coding or in developing websites and in full stack. And there is no limit to enter. So this is about the LinkedIn profile or the CV you could add here or should add. Then the goals, what you would like to achieve with it. It's also very important for us, how you heard about us, and the promo code. Then the next step after you sent us and submitted the application, my colleague Christina will do the motivational interview with you. Here we check your motivation, why you would like to do the course. We explain you a little bit deeper about what the courses are. And then you will also receive material for the technical interview. The technical interview this is only for the boot camps, also data science and full stack web development, as well as front end and back end. Here we are going to give you some little exercises with which you prepare yourself for the technical interview. And then the technical interview itself is for checking if you are able to adapt to learn, right? And how good you are already. So to see how you think, and especially how you think and how fast you can learn several fields, because the boot camps themselves, they are very, very intense, and you will have to learn a lot. And so we test already, and for you also it's a test to see if you like to learn, right? And if you are willing to go with the program. And then after you pass the technical interview, we are finalizing the group, the contract and the financing. And then you are in. For financing, we have several financing options. So you can go with the Bundesagentur für Arbeit auf Weiterbildungsgutschein in Germany, and you can also ask the RAF, for example, as well as you can deduct it with your tax, for example. So you get a certain tax deduction if you go with further education, and you also can ask your employer, for example, to pay it. And there's also a possibility to have funding from the Bundesagentur für Arbeit also for your employer. So, and at the end now we have our summer special from today. So this is summer 25 will be your promo code. You will get a reduction of 2,500 Schweizer francs or euro on your intensive program. Or you can also enjoy 15% off of any short course we are teaching. So GenAI or Python or product development. So you can scan here. And then you apply and just put in summer 25. And this offer is valid until May 30th.